Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, March 23rd, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. It is a full-out sprint for me in the next week as I talk to a bunch of filmmakers for the Annapolis Film Festival. We're going to be releasing short pods for some great movies, so you want to make sure you stay tuned for those. And tickets and passes are now available at AnnapolisFilmFestival.org. Alrighty, let's get right into today's news, shall we? I really hate having to start these first stories with, the Annapolis Police are investigating, but they are. This time, a mail carrier was delivering his route on Monday in the 1900 block of Copeland Street and was assaulted. He was attacked by an unknown man for an unknown reason, punched in the face, had an earring ripped from his ear. The victim said the suspect fled in a vehicle before police arrived, and this is only one block away from where a 17-year-old was shot on St. Patrick's Day. And in the county, the Arundel County Police arrested a 30-year-old Brooklyn woman and charged her in connection with a home invasion and attempted arson on Rupert Circle in Brooklyn. Apparently, the woman, presumably a mom, had a beef with a juvenile who had been involved in an assault with her child. She initially poured motor oil on the front steps and tried to light it on fire. Motor oil does not burn easily. When that failed, she forced her way into the home and was pushed back when the occupants pepper sprayed her. They obviously knew who she was, so police were able to locate her pretty quickly and arrested and charged her. And take a look at the story we posted yesterday afternoon. The Attorney General's office released the body cam footage from the incident where an Anne Arundel County police officer shot and killed a Crofton man. The release was delayed due to the investigation and interviews with witnesses who might have been influenced if it had been released earlier. It is a long video, nearly 30 minutes, and it is graphic. I debated about posting it, but I think it's important to see what happens when an incident does go south. I'm not sure that it determines who's right or wrong, but it is very interesting to see what goes on from the perspective of a body cam, a true bird's eye view, if you will. Now, I'm going to reiterate, it is graphic, there is blood, there's violence, and as we know, someone died. Okay, on to better things. Politics. Yeah, right. Well, no, this actually isn't too bad. We know this is no surprise, but Governor Hogan has officially endorsed his former Labor and Commerce Secretary, Kelly Schultz, for governor. In making the endorsement, Hogan said, "If you approve of how we have led Maryland, then Kelly Schultz is your choice for governor." In response, Schultz said that the campaign is, quote, about making sure Maryland stays safe, steady, and prosperous while focusing on the issues Marylanders really care about. Schultz is basically the only serious contender for governor on the Republican side. Delegate Dan Cox and Robin Ficker are also both running. This Saturday, the Davidsonville Green Expo is happening up at Homestead Gardens from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The best part is it is free. So if you are into living an environmentally friendly life, stop by Homestead on Central Avenue on Saturday. The Maryland Chicken Wing Festival is back in town on April 2nd at the fairgrounds, and it gets better each year. So if you like wings, you want to go to abceventsinc.com and get some. Our discount code expires at midnight on Friday, so if you want to save $5 off of every ticket that you buy before March 25th, go get them and use the code 5I22. 5, the number as in dollars, I as in Eye on Annapolis, and 22 as in this year. Also on Saturday at noon, our local business spotlight drops. This week it is Changing Patterns Psychotherapy, and no, they did not figure me out in just one visit. And next week it is Liquor Mart and Deli. And as we begin to wrap it up, it is still Annapolis Restaurant Week, and we do have another gift card to give away. But first, congrats to Eric, and I really hope I pronounce his last name correctly, Suchi, who won the Fed House card. No one guessed the headliner correct, but he was the closest to the vibe of the headliner with his guess of Jimmy Buffett or some other island vibe band. Now, we have had the Wailers before, but it's not them either. So congrats to Eric, and thanks for all the suggestions. We had the obligatory U2 and Paul McCartney and the Beach Boys, and those three are probably not likely. Maybe the Beach Boys, but maybe someday. We'll see. Some of the ones I'd like to see, honestly, Weezer and Green Day, and I think they'd be attainable. They'd be fun. Someone mentioned the Reagan years, and I'm sure they have opened bands in the sand at some point, but they can be seen all over the place all the time. But two guesses that I would pay double the price to see, simply to watch the reaction of all the puckered Annapolitans, AC/DC and Cardi B. That would be amazing. But let's give another gift card away today for $50. This one will go to our friends at the Ram's Head. Good for any location or on stage. And actually, I'm having lunch with them a little bit today in Annapolis. You want to send me an email at info@eyeonannapolis.net and tell me the date that the first full daily news brief released. Need the month, the day, and the year. Send it by 6 p.m. tonight, and I'm going to pick a random winner from the correct answers for that $50 gift card to the Ram's Head. Good luck. And again, thank you to the Downtown Annapolis Partnership who puts on Annapolis Restaurant Week for providing those gift cards to give away. All right, that's it for the news. But first, a quick thank you to our sponsors for the Daily News Brief: Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster Company, Alpha Engineering, and Rehab to Perform. All right, so now hang tight. George Young from DC MDVA Weather is standing by with your locally forecast weather report. And because it's Wednesday, we have Bridget, also known as BeeprBuzz, with all of your music news in Annapolis After Dark. All that's coming up in just a bit.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster Company.
So maybe you've heard by now, the real estate market is hot. Actually, on fire might be a better term. And if you've been thinking about changing your address lately, but need to get your house market ready, here are a few simple tips to make your house shine. Clear the clutter. Basically making your house look like no one lives there when you still live there. Removing everything from kitchen and bathroom countertops is a great start. Give your house a deep clean. We're not just talking about a simple dust and vacuum. Think of this as detailing your house. Get into those hard-to-reach places, especially in the rooms buyers will focus on, like the kitchen and bathrooms, and power wash the outside walkways and decks. A fresh coat of paint can go a long way. Light gray and white trim is a safe choice. And finally, talk to us. The Kristi Neidhardt Team can help you find things you might not notice around your house that can make a huge difference in your sale price.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DC MDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DC MDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Wednesday, March 23rd. Yesterday worked out very nicely for the Annapolis region with temps well into the 60s for most, though it was a bit cooler for spots right on the water. But changes start today, and they will last through the weekend and into early next week. Look for breezy east winds and cooler temps today in the 55 to 60 degree range as rain moves in, most likely starting in the PM hours and lasting through much of Thursday, with some thunderstorms possible late tonight through tomorrow, with temps then warming tomorrow back into the mid to upper 60s as winds remain breezy into Thursday night, before skies clear somewhat Friday, with highs in the lower 60s, though a lingering shower or two can't be ruled out into Friday afternoon, with mostly sunny skies then Saturday, as PM highs end up near 60 degrees or so before a sunny but fairly cold late March day on Sunday, with breezy winds and PM highs only near 50 degrees at best, with another sunny and chilly day likely Monday, with temps likely only in the lower 50s, so get the umbrellas ready and don't put away those coats and jackets just yet as we get into the final week of March 2022. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC MDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, as well as through our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And definitely download our DC MDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google app stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
The music scene in Anne Arundel County is popping, and sometimes it's hard to sort through it all. From blues to pop, from funk to ska, BeeprBuzz has it all covered for you in this week's Annapolis After Dark.
Good morning, Annapolis, and welcome to Annapolis After Dark, the first week of spring edition. Here are my music highlights for Wednesday, March 23rd through Sunday, March 27th. Live music for tonight, Wednesday. Ryan Cozell is playing for the happy hour crowd at Middleton Tavern. Peter James will be at Pirates Cove in Galesville. Dave Chappelle and Friends will be at 49 West. A new one for this week. Jack Shank will be playing up at the Graduate Hotel in the Trophy Room. Dan Navarro Music will be at 49 West 4 nights of this show. He'll be playing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Go to the 49 West website for ticket information. A Jar Open Mic Night with Jimmy Davies is back this week at Metropolitan on Wednesdays. The Experience will be at Dark Horse. And on Wednesday at Santa Joe's, Sean Owen will be playing. On Thursday, Daphne Ekman will be at Ramshead Tavern. Sean Sittel will be Irish Rocking Brian Baru. Michael K. and Laura will be at Senor Chili's Cantina in Arnold. And music is back on Thursdays at Julep. They are kicking off the season with Rickshaw Lizard Trio. Weekend music. Friday nights start with Happy Hour at Blackwall Hitch in Annapolis with Dana B. And then stick around for the second round of music there with Loose Ties. Then head over to Annapolis Market House for Jack Shank and Nate Finn. This dynamic duo may still be in high school, but they will blow you away. Later Friday night, Michael K. of Pretty Big Deal will be at Ramshead Tavern. And Mr. VCR is at Stan & Joe's. Chris Button will be at River Bay Roadhouse. And DJ Draco will be at O'Brien's and also streaming from it on his Twitch account. Saturday music at Middleton Tavern. 2 floors of music with piano bar upstairs with Donald Wolcott. And downstairs, 3 of a kind. Up at 49 West, you'll find John Jensen. And Aaron Hawkins of Loose Ties will be at Ramshead Tavern. Will Hill Music will be at Stan & Joe's. Daphne Ekman will be up at Brian Baru. This is a rare gig, so you'll want to be sure to check her out. Dave and Kim Acoustic Duo will be across the street and up the road at Ramillo's in Severna Park. On Saturday, if you are looking for a little road trip that isn't that far away, head to Linthicum Heights. Just off the exit from 695, you'll find Whitey's Beer and Liquor Store. McClintock Distilling owner Braden Bumpers is teaming up with Rob for a day to raise money for St. Baldrick's to help combat childhood cancer. You can sample, and there's live music by Ali Pinsky. Rob and Whitey's have been supporting our music scene so much through the pandemic, and we are truly grateful for their help. Sunday Fun Day. Brunch. Unified Jazz Ensemble will be at Blackwall Hitch in Annapolis for their jazz brunch. Another jazz brunch is over at Ramshead Tavern with Oreo. Richard Hayward will be at Galway Bay. Pete Best of Peterbilt performs at Riva Trace Baptist Church every Sunday. Bluegrass Jam will be at 49 West. And right beside it at Santa Joe's, you'll have Hurricane Kevin and Mike Numera for their Sunday music sessions. Their guest this week is Desert Shade. And Aaron Hawkins of Loose Ties will be at Firm Brewing up in Gambrills. Remember, these are just the highlights. Find the full schedule of music for all of the Annapolis area on Annapolis Streaming Facebook event and on the websites AnnapolisStreaming.com and BeeprBuzz.com, spelled BeeprBuzz. Music is definitely back, and so is the warmer weather. I'll see you out there.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.